In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can effectively combine title animations with transitions so it looks seamless and consistent. I'm going to show you 5 examples. All the title animations come from my bundle pack, but of course these rules apply to any title animations you get. So without further ado, let's start. So in the first example, we got these 2 clips, and let's say we want to use video transition camera shake. Let me apply it. I will close some of the windows to make more room here. Okay. So this is how the camera shake looks like. And let's try to combine it with title animation. In this specific example, I'm going to use my title animation number 24, which is this. Let's change it to title transition. Let's make it bigger. Like so. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add as well drop shadow, because as you see the scene is quite bright, and if you want to stick to the white font, it's a good idea to add drop shadow. So let me quickly do that. Okay, so this is what we got, and if we play it, it's not bad, but it still needs some adjustments and alignments. First of all, I'm going to change some of the settings of the video transition. So once you click it in the inspector, I'm going to change the speed to 0.9 and overall strength to 0.2 maybe. Let's see how it looks. Much smoother and much more consistent with my title animation. We still need to align the title with the transition. I think if we play it a bit later than the transition itself, it's much more consistent and seamless, even more. Yeah, and this is what we got. And so as you see, if you got a title that is kind of shaky, you can think about combining it with camera shake transition. The next example is even easier. If you got a title animation that covers the whole scene, let me try my title animation number 39, which is this, okay? So basically this is a 3D title animation that passed through like so. So let me first change the text to title transition to be consistent with the previous example. You can change some other settings if you wish. But the clue here is to match the exact frame where the text is covering our whole frame and transition to the next clip. So this is somewhere here. That would be somewhere around here. So if we play it, the text will pass in front of our eyes, in front of the camera. Yeah, let me switch my playback to quarter to have a smoother preview. One thing that you can improve here is once the text is approaching the camera, we might want to blur the background because our eyes are focusing on the text. So let me try blur dissolve transition, but let's make it much shorter. So once the text is approaching, we want this blur to be applied, but this is too strong, so I will decrease the horizontal strength to something like this, and let's see frame by frame how it looks. So once the text is really close to the camera, the background is blurry, so the final result looks like this. So this is another example how you can use title to transition between 2 clips. In our third example, I'm going to use my title animation number 19, which is this one. In this example, we won't be using any additional video transition. We're going to be focusing mainly on the title animation. So I will make a copy of my second clip. So just hold Alt and drag it up. Move it above the title, and let's make a freeze frame out of it. So place your playhead at the beginning of the clip, right click, change clip speed, and choose freeze frame. Okay, so this is our freeze frame, and let's hover that over our text. So right now we can see the title because our clip, freeze frame clip, is above. So what we need to do is in the inspector, change the composite mode to foreground, but the title need to be set to alpha S composite mode. So right now we see that the title is actually written with our freeze frame. Okay, let me change also the text to be consistent. title transition. Now let's make a copy of this text animation. So Alt and drag it up. You can switch back the alpha decomposite mode from alpha to normal. For this kind of effects transitions, I think the font should be as bold as possible. So what I will do is I will write this text in 2 lines and I will make it bigger, like so. So let me make a copy of it. So we have the same beneath, and let's switch it back to alpha because it was overwritten. Okay, and let's make it bigger. And this is what we've got. We got some glitchy kind of transition using our text animation, but we still need to align whole thing so it looks more seamless and consistent. So I think somewhere around here, let me move everything to the right. I think somewhere around here, we want this second clip to be underneath. And this is how it looks. So as you see in this example, we've used only title animation to create video transition. And as well, if you want, you can change the font color. But what I like to do instead is to add drop shadow so it's more visible and easy to read. And this is what we got as a final result. Okay, so in the example number 4, we got these 2 clips. I will be using my title number 22, which is this. Let's also write it in 2 lines and make it as big as possible. I will adjust the gradient, and I will add as well drop shadow. Okay, so this is my default title animation number 22 that we're gonna further customize it later. And let's apply to it transition that is available also in free version of Davinci Resolve. This is called Burn Away. Very cool transition, and it looks like this. We need to further customize the effect. I will increase the burn brightness. I will set burn brightness to the max and glow brightness a bit. So it looks like that. Now I will try to make my title animation to look as consistent with this transition as possible. This is fine. Let's see how it looks. And all you need to do right now is to align the transition with the title animation. So as you see, my title is appearing too early comparing to the transitions. So let's move this to the right. See it again. Yeah, now it's much consistent. So this is how it looks. Maybe the scene is not related to the fire, but you get the idea how to create it and how to combine it. And last but not least, let's make a transition between these 2 clips. So as I said before, best title animations to make a transition is the one that covers most of the scene. So let's try title animation 14 in this example, which is something like this. But we need to further tune it, of course. First off, the text, bigger. Then you need to align it. So I think right somewhere around here, we want the second clip to be already visible. So let me move it to the left and see how it looks. And what you can do even further is to add this blur transition. So let's drag it in between the clips and let's make it shorter and of course less intense. And as you see, you get a nice smooth title transition between clips. Okay guys, so hopefully you've learned something and you get new ideas for your future projects. All the titles in this video comes from my bundle pack, so I strongly recommend you to check it out. Thanks for watching till the end. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Cheers, and see you in the next one.